What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're back recapping UFC Fight Night, Rebus versus Namajunas. Good little card. Kind of was better than what a lot of people expected. There was definitely a lot of shit talk prior to the card. It had some moments. It was pretty lit, ups and downs all around. But as always, go down and like and subscribe. Comment your favorite fight, your best bets, all your picks from the weekend. I'm Paul, pick and win Concha, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's your boy Kev, Water Voice, your boy, aka the Don PYE, always the realest on your screen. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Paul. I love an all-around card, like a card that just has like all-around random great moments. Like, remember that one card when nobody remembers the main event, but everybody remembers that girl that ran in the octagon. Like, you feel me?
Oh, and ran turned her back.
Yeah, it was one of those cards. Like everything, there was just random stuff. We started off with somebody got bit, somebody got we seen like at least like 4 or 5 submissions. Mother trucking, the UDs weren't bad at all. It looked like they just were in that bit slugging it out.
We had a fucking disqualification, which you rarely ever see. We had the first ever I got bit bonus.
Literally, like shit was lit, and we're just talking prelims. Like shit was insane. Some people are saying there was a robbery for the first round. Hey, Paul, that's how I say robbery from now. Robbery. In the first round. In the first round. But like it is what it is. But like this was a good card. A lot of great moments. Shout out to Apex, man. I love to see the Apex great again.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of finishes, of course, at the Apex. Pretty good fights. I mean, a couple decisions to end the card off, but before that, it was kind of hard to. I don't know. We started off with some decisions, ended with some decisions, but for some reason, I felt like we had a lot more finishes than we did.
Mm-hmm.
We could start from the bottom. We could talk over these prelim fights. We got to talk before we get into the Muhammad Usman first fight of the card. We have to talk to Andre Lima disqualification. Second fight on this card. Within the second round, Igor Severino bites Andre Lima. And for people that don't know, like MMA and combat sports, their mouth guards are thicker than normal sports mouth guards. So you got to bite pretty fucking hard down to leave a full imprint, as if he got bit by like a fucking dog. Like it legit, it was a perfect form cast of you against some denters, and he gets disqualified. He was undefeated prior. Both undefeated fighters. Not only does he lose this fight, Dana White's pissed off. He says, "What the fuck are you doing?" He kicks him out. He basically he fires him or whatever you want to call it. He's out of the UFC. He gets cut immediately, and gives Andre Lima he said he was gonna give him a 25K bonus for the bite, but then when Lima got the tattoo literally of the bite saying I just got bit bonus, he was like, oh, I'm gonna give this kid 50K because that's bad fucking ass. So I mean, best moment arguably of the whole card of the weekend.
No, that shit was insane. I mean, I feel like some people were saying that dude was upset because Lima was grabbing the cage and shit. But like, I feel like you could have did something else. Like, biting is a very interesting way of getting your point across.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if this was in the Coliseum back in Gladiator days, do whatever you gotta do. But this is UFC, big dog. This is the big leagues. Get that bull league shit out of here. That bush league shit.
So yeah, from going to undefeated to unemployed is pretty insane.
Wild turn of events.
Yeah, but hey, man, we'll see what he has coming for him next. Maybe like he doesn't even like MMA. Maybe his real passion is sewing or something, or his passion is food.
Yeah, or dentistry.
Dentistry.
Yeah, we first fight of the card: Usman versus Parkin. Mohammed Usman's undefeated run in the UFC finally comes to a stop. He gets beat unanimous decision. Mick Parkin. All I can tell you is Mick Parkin was spamming that leg kick. And from what I know, everyone says that he's the king of decisions. He's not the most exciting fighter. He edged out another decision to move on to 9-0 in his MMA career.
I mean, it's the heavyweight division. Maybe he can get better with it, but until he might run it, you gotta have that's a division you kind of have to have your foot on the gas. So like maybe when he runs into competition, stronger competition, that's going to be a big deal. But I think that's what he did. I think bro literally just grinded out the fight, outpointed Usman, and that's how he got the dub.
How would the great Usman return from this?
We'll see.
Next fight, arguably the submission of the night. Julian Rosa, underdog, getting the submission on Ricardo Ramos. From what Kev told me, because this is one of the fights I missed, was Ramos was whooping that ass prior to this submission.
Bro, Ramos was fucking bro up. And it was funny because like I watched it, but I was like half asleep. But this was one of those fights I was just waking up to. So Ramos was piecing him up. And I'm like, damn, okay, nice. Next thing you know, I guess Ramos gets to feeling himself. I didn't check whose fighting style was what before the fight. Well, Ramos got to feeling himself, and he wanted to take him down and grapple and shit like that. Got his ass caught slipping. Immediately got put in the guillotine. Because I'm telling you, bro must have like a Giannis Antetokounmpo motherfucking wingspan or something. Because like, Jit's arms are long as fuck. Locked bro up in the motherfucking guillotine and took that shit to the motherfucking sky. And you know how I feel. There's been a guillotine season all year.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm from the way you talk about it, I do like a good guillotine. So I'm upset I missed this fight. A lot of people on Twitter are actually calling Rosa as the dog, like, oh, y'all should put your money on Rosa. I didn't put it on him. I didn't make any pick on this fight, but I mean, I always root for a good dog, especially an American dog.
I respect it, but Ramos, people were upset at Ramos. They're like, you fucking idiot. You could have easily won this fight, but you want to do too much.
Yeah, maybe he'll learn. Next fight on this one, I mean, Kurt Holoball, tough winner, one of the tough winners from last season. He gets unanimous decision loss to Trey Ogden. This fight was kind of boring, at least to my opinion. Ogden was just the better BJJ guy, so he just kept getting to great positions on top, on the back, and like at no point did I think he was gonna get a finish, but he was just this controlled time mixed in with always landing shots, even if they're not the most devastating shots.
I think this card might be the example of why people don't fuck with Tough, because like we had two tough champions, maybe two tough champions and a finalist on this card. I don't think any of them won. Maybe Gibson might have won. No, Gibson lost. So none of them won. And this is the one where people were chewing the fuck out of them the most, because they was like, stop putting veterans on Tough, because they end up having mid careers and shit like that.
Yeah, we cut you for a reason. And then three if you count Usman, tough winner. So and he didn't win either. Then we got our boy Mexican Fernando Padilla getting the submission, nasty Darce choke in the first round. Dropped him, immediately knew what to do once applying the damage, and honestly could have probably finished it. I think this was the fight where after he dropped him, he was landing a whole bunch of shots, and I was like, okay, this fight, and the fight didn't get called, and then he ended up getting the Darce choke anyway.
I know what fight you're talking about. This might not be that fight.
Okay. It was one where I was just sitting there like, bro, we could probably stop this right now.
Bruh, but Padilla was a fucking Wolverine. Just looked like, he reminded me of Chris Benoit for a second. Like the way he kind of just pounced on this dude. Like, not like legendary wrestling style Chris Benoit, but like the way he just like pounced on this motherfucker and really was like a rabid animal. And attacked this dude.
Natural in the wild, Chris Benoit.
Like, literally, like I've seen, like I like when I used to wrestle at high school, we used to like starting off like that against dudes you knew you wasn't supposed to be there with. Because I'm like, yo, bro, I don't have time for no random shit. The quicker I get bro out of here, the quicker I can go back and have a snack and drink some water. So yeah, let's do this. So like you immediately just ran down on him, overloaded him, and that's what he did. He pretty much put the hands on him, and in the first round, the second, he could have probably bust his ass with straight hands, but he saw Bro getting low and immediately locked in that Darce choke, still standing. And like, I was looking at that. I was like, damn, that's a nice submission. Because, I don't know what a Darce is like off face shot shit. So I'm looking like, damn, that was a crazy nice submission. They like, oh, shit, he's going for the Darce. And I was like, oh, this is what Romeo be screaming all the time. And
Constantly.
I'm like, Romeo would have been so proud. I wish I was watching this live.
Yeah, and I fuck with Padilla. I mean, they're Mexican fighter. He was on one of the UFC Mexico cards where they were definitely pushing him, and he lost. And I was like, damn. Like, you don't you weren't supposed to lose that one, big dog. They was pushing you. So I mean,
Yeah.
this is a good little win.
Yeah, he fucked him up. I respect it. I'm a little Padilla fan, I ain't gonna lie to you. Or Padilla.
Then we had Yusuf Zalil getting the submission over Billy Q. This one was pretty bad according to the MMA analysts out there on Twitter. But the big thing to me, this is some controversy to the fight prior. If y'all aren't gamblers out there, y'all might not have known this. But Billy Q opened this fight at like almost minus 300. Come close to fight night, he was like plus 100 underdog.
Oh, wow.
Like that don't happen usually. So people think inside information. Then there was that clip of him at the face-offs where his shoulder looked a little weird, and people were like, "Oh, is there an injury that he's not reporting?" But people know, and people are betting on the other guy that already know he's in. So then there was all that controversy, like why he opened minus 300. Now he's a slight underdog come fight night. I mean, Salil definitely showed why he should have been the favorite with this. I don't want to say dominant, but it was pretty one-sided win, pretty dominant. Billy Q he was filming him the very next day at the gym, working out again. People are like, oh, he's trying to save face still, like he's trying to act like as if he wasn't hurt. I don't know, but a lot of people that were Billy Q betters or something were pretty mad about this fight. But I mean, that's the MMA. You never know. People take fights all the time hurt, but if you don't take that fight, you pull out, you're not getting paid. Like, so some of these guys are like, fuck it, I'll take this L, but I need that 30K.
And one thing I'm not going to do is pull out. Ain't that right, Paul?
Tell him Billy Q, and Billy Q potentially is one of them.
I'll tell you, man. But nah, man, this fight was crazy. So shout out my dog. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his name. I'm gonna call him my dog Yusuf. But inshallah, because you gotta remember he's Moroccan, so he's going through Ramadan while this is happening, while during this is camp. So I don't know if bro's over here dehydrated going to fight. Well, by fight time you can drink water and stuff like that. I don't know if he's practicing all the fasting or anything like that. But he looked locked the fuck in. He looked ready to pounce on shit, ready to hurt shit. And everybody was, and it was funny because I love Billy Q. He's from Tampa. He has the South Gracie Gym in Tampa. I found out he was the owner of the South Gracie Gym in Tampa. But it looked so crazy watching this Moroccan dude. And I just came from Morocco. I didn't see no South Gracie gyms in Morocco. So motherfucking, and I was to a couple places, Paul. But he got fucked up by a dude on the feet, and then when they started grappling, he literally fucked you up, and then got behind and choked you the fuck up. And it's like, that looks bad, kid. You own a South Gracie gym in Tampa, and you're known for BJJ. Like, ugh, you really. I wouldn't be surprised if he was hurt, for real.
He definitely lost maybe a couple monthly visitors.
At least people thinking about going to the gym. They're like, let me go see what these North Gracie niggas talking about.
Yeah. Then probably my favorite fight of the night, Payton Talbott getting the KO over Cameron Simon. This is just a cold world of the UFC. Like, Cameron Simon was once undefeated. Then he loses to C-Rod. And following that, from going 9-0 to a very close loss, not a close loss, but a loss to C-Rod, when C-Rod came in overweight and you still took the fight, to then just get fed to the Sharks of Payton Talbott, who everyone knows coming out of Uriah Faber. Like, this guy's hands are insane. I've seen this guy do a fucking handstand kick before in the octagon. Like, this guy is a little different. He's got the hands, and he proved it. Does outclass Simon on the feet. Does all around. And his shots are damaging. He hit him with a fucking knee, a perfectly timed knee when Simon tried to shoot in, when Simon was already getting fucked up and was trying to avoid getting more fucked up. Hit him with the perfect knee, cracked. But I'm surprised his head stayed on his fucking shoulders.
No, I think he low-key might have pissed. I think Simon might have pissed his nigga Payton Talbott off. Because I guess it's like a thing that like Cameron Simon has like nut checked everybody in every fight that he's ever been in.
Yeah, that has happened because they do have that little meme around on the internet about that shit.
Yeah, so I guess he caught
Never
Payton
loses
Talbott.
points either. He always gets the warning.
Yeah, I guess he caught fucking Talbot, and Talbot cussed him out and was like, and then watching the film, he knew that like this shit was on purpose, kid. It was deliberate. So motherfucking, I feel like that probably made Talbot go to the next level real quick and really fuck dude all the way up, like really crank that bitch up because I this shit was an ass whipping,
Top
and
to bottom.
the fucking dance that Jit did afterwards was insane. I'm looking at like what the fuck he was like stunned, paralyzed. He looked like he got electrocuted. Like,
Apparently, he does that dance for just at parties and stuff. So if he says that it makes his shirt like vibrate, so people be like oh like they fuck with it or whatever. But he said without the shirt,
okay.
it looked like he was doing like electric chair, like he was like I'm not trying to mock someone that got fucked up. He goes, it's literally a dance I do at parties, but like in the moment it looked bad.
How much of a party animal do you have to be to have your
Bro,
own dance?
his personality is so. Bro, he was in a group chat with MMA people, like fans and stuff. And then someone was like, "Oh, who won? Did the other guy win?" And someone was like, "I hope so." And then he responded was like, "That's why y'all broke asses is always gonna be watching MMA and talking about this." So he just spazzed on him, and people posted it, and it was like, "Oh, this is the guy y'all root for," and everybody responded like he low key cooked the fuck out of y'all. Like, y'all
Yeah,
cooked.
I like it looks like another dub for my guy.
Yeah, why y'all posting y'all L's, right? Take that L and move on.
I'm like, you put that on the streets?
But
All
so
right.
Payton Talbott in my book, that boy going up. And I fuck with Ryan Favor too. Always been a chill guy. So if he's coming out and Raya's giving him the thumbs up, I'm giving
Bro,
him the thumbs up.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I fuck with like Uriah Faber, like as an individual. Like I liked watching his tough seasons when he was a coach against Dominic Cruz and Connor. But I do not root for his camp even slightly, kid. Like I be sitting there thinking like TJ Dillashaw did the right thing.
You're a hater. You're a hater. You're a hater.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have no beef whatsoever. Like I don't sit and be, but I be seeing Team Alpha Male, and I just be thinking like, I don't know. I be watching them boys take L's. Like,
I
cause
just
I
know
don't.
Ryan Favor came back at like 40 years old and knocked Ricky Simone ass out.
But here's my thing. Oh damn, that's fucked up. But here's my thing though, right? It's not that I don't like them niggas, because I don't even be knowing who's coming out. But every time I be seeing Uriah Faber come out, like, and I be noticing, because I'm gonna recognize him on the walkouts. I be having to pick his mans up. Like,
Dude,
Jim be having. I would love to see the record, but the same thing with American Top Team. I feel like
this
whenever
is
I
his
know,
hitter. He's got his one. Everyone's got their one. He's finally got his.
I respect it.
And he's gonna be fun, bro. I'm just gonna say that much. We got to kind of scoot through these next two to get to the main event. But shout out Edmund Shabazian getting the first round KO. He on AJ Dobson, good fighter. Don't want to disrespect him, but he didn't look like he belonged in there with him. And when this fight started.
Oh, not at all, kid. When I tell you that left, he literally slid him and hit him with the meanest left hook. I want to say on chin, and then literally knocked him out with the ground and pound. I don't see that very often. Like he was still up after the left hook, and then he got knocked out completely cold with the ground and pound.
Yeah. So and then after it was one of those where the fight was over as soon as that shit connected. He didn't need the ground and pound.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And I think the fight you're talking about was either that one or the one before that one with Payton Talbott. No, I think it was this one. This is the fight you might have been thinking about.
It probably was. This one's in the first round. Yeah, it was. I just remember this shit. It was a quick ass one where I was like, this could have been stopped probably those like 40 seconds earlier.
Yeah, literally let bro die down there.
And then Carl Williams, unanimous decision over Justin Tafa. I mean, 10 and a half minutes control time, 7 to 12 takedowns. Just completely outstruck him because he had dominant control the whole time. I will give Tafa credit because when it was on the feet for the short times it was, there was moments where he cracked him and it looked like Carl Williams had to shoot a takedown. Like it was like, oh fuck, like All right, fuck trying to exchange with you. Like, back to the game plan. Back to the game plan. What am I doing?
Dead ass. Dead ass.
And I mean, the game plan worked, and people call it boring. But DC made a great point. DC is actually the great version of it, but it's like at heavyweight a lot, and at least now in the new generations is like if you can wrestle, you're gonna go far at heavyweight because they don't have elite wrestlers. John Jones is the exception now. Stipe is gone at this point, but like DC came over from light heavyweight, he could just wrestle everybody and no one could stop it. Nowadays it's like Tom Aspinall at the top, but like below that, Curtis Blades too is like the top is wrestlers. If you can wrestle, you're going to the top. You can bulldoze through the bottom tier guys just being able to wrestle.
Nice.
Then the main event, Rose Namajunas, 5-round decision win. Amanda Ribas. Honestly, she won this fight through and through. There was some rounds where Ribas had looked good as well. She won, I think, in my book, it was 40. I think I had a 48-47, but it could have been like a 49-46. But it was like, could have also gone the other way. And I'm not going to lie. There were some rounds that I felt like it was closer than what the commentators were giving it, but Rose won the fight.
They said I wasn't on listening to the commentary, but they said the commentators were dick riding Rose. Like
they were making it sound like, oh, this is her. She looks phenomenal back. Oh, this is her. Oh, this is championship tier Rose. Like, oh, Amanda's doing a good fight, but Rose is just in her bag today. Like, I was really like, Amanda's shots are landing, and they landing kind of hard.
I'm talking about niggas with a glock, 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 glock. Like that shit. They said they was on Rose's dick. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I give Rose credit. The scrambles are crazy, like the reversals, but both had great reversals. But sometimes Ribas would like overshoot the reversal and Rose would end up back on top again. But that could also have been what Rose was doing on the scramble to always end up on top. But she looked good. Not like I think she should be fighting for a belt next, like she said she wants to.
She got to chill on that. But my thing is, I didn't get to see the Thug Rose, like championship Rose. Like I came out of nowhere. I had hair and it came out of nowhere, bald Rose.
Beat Zong twice, bro.
Yeah, insane. Like what? Like I didn't get to see that, so like I don't know. But they're saying that this isn't that, and I was just like, okay, I might have to go back and do my research. How did this person beat Zong twice? But they said she looked confident. She looked like she was very much more like getting more acclimated to the new weight class, and she won straight up. So I respect it. Shout out to Rose.
Yeah, I mean, great cap to the weekend, honestly, with the Rose win. UFC had a great weekend. I kind of wanted to save this little 2-3 minutes real quick at the end of this cut just to be like, how about fucking Matt Madness? Penn State wrestling.
Oh, what happened? I haven't been
the national championships.
Yeah.
Old boy, 4-time national champion, and he had the Penn State coach had 2 national champions or whatever, 4-time national champions in the same year.
Nice.
They beat the rest of the squad. They beat everyone else by 100 points. They broke the record for biggest win ever. They could have cut their team in half and both still placed top 3.
Was Bo Nickel in the crowd?
No, Bo Nickel was tweeting though. I did see old Bo tweeting. They did say the guy who won. It was like Sherfield, I think Craig, or I don't know. There's someone there like he's going to UFC. Like this guy, like he's, and then one of them was the other one is going into getting ready for the Olympics. I think both are getting ready for the Olympics. Jordan Burroughs.
Yeah, Olympics comes up fast.
Jordan Burroughs is like, well, y'all better get fucking ready because there's only so many spots, and like my spot's already golden. Like basically, like y'all not taking my spot. So then it's about to get real.
Jordan Burroughs act like he never got a spot to before. Like,
no, yeah, they say that. But the Penn State dominated hoorah to them, but they were like, hey, the Olympic trials is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, the Olympic trials. So this is like very similar to like 2016, right? So 2016 was crazy because David Taylor had just got out of college. So like it was like David, because you know who David Taylor is, don't you?
Yes.
David Taylor just got out. So like those Olympic trials were insane because like it's just like it just be catching like good years. Like even the last year's Olympic, last time there was the Olympic trials, there was a lot of shit going down. But this year you got all the old niggas. You got the niggas lucky Bo Nick was in UFC and shit now, because that'd be a whole nother issue. Like, oh man, it's gonna
Here it
be
is.
insane.
Carter Starocki and Aaron Brooks ran through both their weight classes to make history as the first pair of teammates to win 4-time NCAA championships on the same roster.
Well, are they were they training partners? Like are they weight classes close to each other?
Um, I'm not so. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I'll do. I'll look into it. I bet you they're training partners, and them niggas been like probably training for like the last 6, 7, 8 years together.
172.5 points broke the record for most points in a tournament.
God damn,
Four national champions on the team.
Damn, they cleared house.
Yeah. This shit was crazy. There's only ever been 7 total 4-time national champions, 2 happening this year on the same team with Aaron. Yeah, so.
No, that's insane. 4-time national champion is the hardest shit in life. Even Spencer Lee couldn't do that shit.
Yeah, but that's what they call Matt Madness was going crazy over the week. It's same Saturday. I was having to go a little back and forth.
All I seen a clip from this spladle, and a spladle is when like you have one hand.
Oh, boy's ass in the air.
Yeah, and just look, he's just getting his nuts split, and like you can't do nothing about it except.
Worst part is they said Jit's a freshman, so he's gonna have to live with that for 4 years.
I mean, he made it to the national championships. He probably I think he can get past it. But
yeah, Pat McAfee had DC, and he asked him about that. He goes, "What are you supposed to?" They had the video going like, "What are you supposed to do?" Like, what do you mean? He goes, "Pat, there's some positions you just don't ever train to get out of because you don't expect to be."
Yeah, that's facts. Because there's nothing worse than practicing that move. Because I hate practice. Bro, practicing that spladle is some bullshit. Because you gotta just let a nigga split your shit.
Yeah, he said at that point you just have to. The only thing you can do at that time, Pat, is just hope the camera is on your back and not in front of you.
Facts.
But we had to get out of here. It was a great weekend, as you can tell. Phenomenal weekend of combat sports all around. Y'all didn't get a chance to watch Matt Madness. Go peep with Penn State dominating the board. But UFC Rose Namajunas versus Amanda Rivas was a low-key banger in the Apex. As always, we appreciate you watching. Go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts overall.
And then I said you have to sit there and let a nigga split your shit. No Diddy or nothing. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. When you practice the split, you gotta let a nigga split your shit so that way they can learn the movement and technique. No Diddy though. No Diddy.
Yeah. If you could take away anything from today's episode, that would be it right there.
No Diddy.
We appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. As always, if y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.